Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be trying something new. We're going to voice over my plan and how I think to make sure that my attacks as a level 204 Cold War Age are as maximum as possible, as efficient as possible, making sure we're getting maximum stars story. And today from Elite Drop Bears, our target is number 23, GGG. If we spy, his museum is nothing to worry about really. Just some basic, freshly crafted, what do you call them? Artifacts. Sorry. And if we look at the benefits, nothing to worry about there. Just some fighter damage and some airstrip troop hit points. Really being the benefits of his museum. So nothing for us to worry about in there. University, much the same, pretty empty. Apart from, obviously, Emperor Haile Selassie. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Being completed, so that means he will have a rocket arsenal. And interesting, King Sejong's also done. Probably to get that extra citizen off every university degree. If we dive into his scout report, we will see that he does have maxed out walls and I believe a maxed out general at level 70 here. Very interesting point though is that his defensive buildings are not set very well. His towers are clumped up in this corner over here. That's half of his towers in this 5x5 I can see over here. And his air defenses, one of them is left vulnerable and two of them are crowded next to the castle, and there's only one left for the missile silo. Now, important thing to note here, this missile silo does have a barrier around it of emptiness, which I'm assuming are going to be SAM batteries. So we will plan to make them deploy before the paratroopers come in, and we have to worry about the rocket arsenal as well. The wonders are not very helpful outside of the walls, only benefiting really one garrison and one stable or tank depot as you progress it up. But we will annotate this in a second. Alright, jumping into the analysis of this base, we do see that the missile silo and the rocket arsenal are separated, so they'll need to be dealt with separately. As you can see, in this area, we do have a lot of castles and potential air defense being left unmanned, therefore won't being much help against this initial part of the attack we need. And another important bit of this attack that we need to deal with is this three corner here. Two air defenses and the fort in the middle. This area here next to the missile silo will be covered in traps, I'm assuming. Hopefully not too many landmines, but we will plan around it just in case my paratroopers get blown up. And then 1 and 2 are our most important keys. So how do we deal with all this? Firstly, if we jump back in with the marker, we will send our fighter jet in here. Hopefully it activates as many SAM traps as possible. SAM batteries, And then after that, we will send 2 rounds of paratroopers. That'll give us 8 paratroopers to destroy the missile silo. Now, one of them will die to the anti-tank gun. That's accounted for. And theoretically, if all of them end up dying to spike traps or landmines, for example, the paratrooper, aircraft, the transports, should be able to get back ready for another reload. So the missile silo should be dealt with effectively. Secondly on the worry list is the rocket arsenal. Now, as covered previously, it is covered by quite a bit of air defense with the fort and the 2 air defenses there. Also this tower. So the plan is we're going to use 2 of our troop tactics. We're going to use a recon scanner. So hopefully get this little block reconned. And then we're going to send through one of our troop tactic bombers, which will hopefully wipe out the tower, the rocket arsenal, and maybe some damage into the walls here. The biggest part is if these walls can be destroyed, that'll be massive going into our regular troop attack. Now, for the regular troops, we are going to set them down we are going to follow this opening that we're going to have here. We have 3 denominations of the troops. We have the 1 wall breaker by himself, so I'll send him straight through. Let's change the color to make sure we can see everything properly. Let's make it a nice red. So the main army is going to be here pushing this way. The generals are going to be... Actually, interesting point. If the missile silo is not destroyed first go, the generals will be dropped off in this corner over here. But if the missile silo is destroyed first go, the generals will be leading the way in front of the attack here. Now, one big part of this attack will be the troop tactics. As mentioned earlier, we will have a recon and a bomber to get rid of that rocket arsenal. And the other 2 should be... Sorry, I don't know where all the drawing went. The other 2, I reckon, will have 1 siege troop tactic and 1, like, rifleman to help eliminate the troops. Because the siege are obviously defenseless, and I don't know if the mortars will be enough. Now, with the attack, the plan is... Let's get a marker out here. Let's change this to nice green. Now, the plan for the attack, we're going to start the attack, we're going to place everything in, and then we're going to blitzkrieg. The point of the blitzkrieg is to try cover... It's not very thick. Try cover this area here. Now, we want the stronghold, the town centre, and the fort all in this blitzkrieg. This is important because those are our biggest troop killers. Sorry there, guys. We had a little trouble with the recording, so I've just had to redraw everything, and I'll quickly annotate what I've drawn here. So this green is where we were. We want the blitzkrieg here to cover the stronghold, the fort, and the town centre, just to make sure no troop tactics or donated troops or generals can pop out and wipe my army while it's still vulnerable and trying to start the attack. This yellow is our guide of route to the route to the town centre. Our plan is to dump everything here, hopefully with the missile silo destroyed so that the generals can join. We want to assault rally them to this X right here, where the rocket arsenal was, which will hopefully point them towards the town centre for the quick victory, and also before that blitzkrieg ends. Our only worries are these 2 X's on the side, which are 2 mortars. We just have to be a bit careful of those. Maybe send our denominations out, because I've got 2 siege and 6 mortars in each of those. Sending our 2 denominations out to go get those separately will ensure that they get killed without rerouting the entire attack. An assault rally will also improve the movement speed and attack speed of all troops and just the army in general. So that should be good. After the town centre is destroyed, the plan will be to go up north a little bit, I think. Making sure we hit all those towers and defensive buildings while we're still strong as an army. This side over here is going to get cleaned up by the paratroopers. We might get the marker back out for a sec. This side over here is all paratrooper work, and also all this up here. That is all paratrooper work, helping us get that 50%. Our army is going to go up north, hopefully, just to get rid of those defensive buildings while our attack is still strong. Because ideally, once the town centre is destroyed, everything inside this box is destroyed as well. Like the castle, the air defences, the mortar even, stretch it out to the mortar. But everything here is all paratrooper work, and this is all just clean up. So that's how our attack is going to go. I know it looks pretty messy, but hopefully it turns into 5 stars. See you on war. Sorry guys, amidst all the chaos, I forgot to mention how I'm going to use my tactics. Now with the tactics, I'm going to bring 1 betrayal, 2 decoys, and a couple sabotages, I think, along with a steroid combination, which involves the protect and the state of the gladiator, like Colosseum tactic as well. Now, the plan is, if we can get all our drawings back, I want the marker. The plan is we'll use one of our decoys in this circle right here, because once we assault rally, I'm assuming we'll have the generals Hopefully it's 70% last stand health from destroying the fort. We'll have to deal with our generals, and obviously any town center troops up here that spawn. So we'll just distract all those, get our rifleman troop tactic on those, get our mortar on those. With our betrayal, there's a factory on the start of our attack, so we'll use that for some extra hit points. Just really a distraction, just another tank to for defenders to get tripped up on. And for our sabotages, our first sabotage will probably be when, let's just change it to a nice green. Our first sabotage will be when the transport goes in, or the bombers, should I say, sorry. Our first one's going to be right there, covering that fort and air defense. And our second one is probably going to be over here somewhere, with that one for the transport. But other than that, it's just purely game reaction. Whatever happens, whatever is going on, we'll have to be reactive to that. Obviously, a plan can go to plan and be amazing, or it can go off plan and you'll need to recover. So we'll see how we go. Hopefully the War Day base looks a bit cleaner than this. Oh, looks like that. And I'll see you on War Day with the attack.
Here we go!
Hey guys, just coming in about an hour later after that attack with my thoughts and feelings about how it went. Hopefully the replay does it justice, because I thought it was a pretty good attack in my opinion. I thought we got pretty lucky here that there were no SAM batteries around this missile silo, considering the fighter jet went on a suicide mission and went the wrong way. The transports went the right way, however, so happy with that. Got that killed. Yep, recon, the bomber did their job. Got that one done. With the generals here and trying to get everything down, I couldn't get the mercenary team down for like ages. I remember my finger just like not hitting the land. I was trying to place in the building. So happy with that. The engineer, breached the walls, got everyone rallied in, gave them some steroids. They're going a bit off course, but that's alright. Yeah, gave them the steroids, put the blitz in, everything went well. This is a bit different, I think, to what actually happened, but we can always go back and have a look. We end up getting a nice 5-star though. Nothing really went off course. I want to say my coalition really saved us. Those Mongol attack speeds for the siege, I think get quick to shooting. That's almost rapid fire, and I've got them currently on up to level 8. They'll be maxed out for probably the next war or in 2 wars time. So overall, a very good attack, and I'm very happy with this attack went. If you had any thoughts and feelings on how the attack went, any advice, any suggestions even, let me know in the comments below. Hope you liked the video. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.